It's after midnight and everybody's gone to bed. It's time for some midnight ops. Alright, it's 4 a.m. and we're on our way to Anaheim to go pick up our stuff from Captain's auction. Roughly a 5-hour drive, a big ass trailer. Away we go. And my kid's being goofy. So I haven't posted a video in 5 or 6 months. I live in the Phoenix area, and once it gets too hot for me, I hibernate for the summer. It's mid-October now, temperatures are getting tolerable again, so I'm back to working on my arcade. One of the things I've done over the last few months is pick up some items from the August 26, 2020 Captain's auctions. All of my experiences in this video are in reference to that. Alright, so this is the first stop, 195 miles. This thing is guzzling gas. So I'm only getting 6.5 miles a gallon. Normally it gets 20. So when I actually get stuff in the trailer, I don't even want to know what it's going to be. So right now, 133 miles ago, should get there by 9. 6:48. We'll see what happens. I wanted to talk about my experience because auctions can make people nervous. I know they make me nervous. To start off with, Captain's Auction is an auction house in Anaheim, California that specializes in coin op and amusement games and a lot of stuff that goes along with it. Looking at their past history, they usually run a new auction about every 4 to 6 weeks. You can attend the auction live, but you can also register and bid online. I will leave a link for the website in the description, and for this particular auction, I participated online. Registering for the auction is pretty simple and falls in line with most web stuff, so I'm not going to go over it here. Once I registered to bid, it took about a day for me to email back saying that I was approved. You need to register and get approved for each individual auction as it comes up. Probably some type of legal reason for that. On auction days, Captains will do a live stream. It's pretty obvious on the website where it is. Once you log in and go to the auction page, you'll see an option for you to place a bid. The auction takes place over 2 days. The first day is Friday, usually starting around 3 p.m. Pacific. They will continue on to a designated lot number, then call it for the night. On Saturday, they start around 11 a.m. Pacific and continue until all the lots are gone, which for me was around 1 or 2 a.m. Pacific time.
Sketchers!
Chris, the caption auctioneer, is pretty good at directing the action with the help of his crew. Just make sure you pay attention and follow direction.
That's a big building for Skechers. Well, it's a factory store, so it just makes sense.
Chris seems like a laid-back guy, but he does get annoyed sometimes when he has to repeat himself multiple times. As a father, I can identify with that. This was my first Captain's auction. I bid on 27 items and got 15 of them.
It just keeps going.
And had no issues whatsoever during it. Here are a few odds and ends and tips to think about here.
Why is it so big? Why is that store so big?
If the auction interests you, I recommend you watch one of the live streams, even if you don't plan on bidding, just to see how it works and become familiar with it. Another thing to remember is everything is subject to change up until the actual auction begins. For instance, one of the items I was looking at had been on preview for a month. Suddenly, the day before the auction, it disappeared from the catalog. Also, the lot numbers can change. The night before my auction, all the lot numbers changed. This changed the order that things were going to come up and changed the way I approached the auction. So I had a strategy for the items I wanted. So for instance, if I didn't get this item, then I would go for this one. If I got this one, then I wouldn't bid on this other one. So I spent Friday morning going over all the lots and reevaluating my bidding strategy. As far as the dollars and cents goes, you'll of course pay the hammer price, which is your winning bid. Then the auction house charges a 18% premium on that bid. Then you take that total and pay taxes, unless you're exempt for some reason. For the auction I was in, the local tax rate was 7.75%. So if you buy something for $100, you would pay $100 hammer price, $18 premium, and $7.75 for taxes for a total of $125.75. You can reduce your cost by 3% by paying with cash, ACH, or wire. I paid in cash and got the discount. Now, as far as getting your items, they do give you the week after the auction to collect your items. I wish I had more information on shipping, but I don't have any. As helpful the staff was when I went to Captain's, I would highly recommend giving them a call if you're looking at shipping options to get more info. I decided since it was roughly a 5-hour drive, I would just rent a trailer and drive to Anaheim, which is what I did. I actually took my daughter, son, and sister with me to help load my trailer, but it wasn't needed. The crew there made short work of getting my items out of the warehouse and on my trailer. They are very helpful and professional and know what they are doing. We just stayed out of their way and let them do their thing. The website does say that you are responsible for retrieving your own items, but once again, this is probably for legal reasons. A few other tips here. I'm a private owner, I'm not a vendor. All of these items are for my private collection in my house, which means I have limited space. To help make sure I had enough room, I downloaded a program called Sweet Home 3D. Alright, so the first thing I did was I created my arcade, went and measured my room and put the measurements in this program. So this is, a lot of houses have like the dining room / family room, big, large room. That's what this is. On this side here, where you can see in the right side where it has the Skeeball, this would be the dining room, and there's actually a chandelier hanging in here that I need to remove. Then on the other side is the family room. So if you would have seen the first video I put up, basically that's the room that this is in. So you see down here on the bottom, you have the 3D view. I put the walls in different colors just so I could, tell them apart. And then on the entryway, I put half walls here to say, I can block off that area because you can still get into the kitchen, which I'm fine with, and my wife's fine with that too. So like I said, I measured out the cabinets that I already had, and then I went and found the service manuals for the cabinets I wanted. Let's see here. Here's a few of them, a couple of them. This is for the Cruisin' Exotica. So this gave me the dimension of the cabinets as well as the weight. And this is for the Strike Fighter, the Sega Strike Fighter. So I got the dimensions as well as the weight. And because I got the service manuals, I knew the little trailer that I had to haul things around town would not work. So I rented that 20-foot trailer you saw at the beginning of the video. It has a 10,000 pound capacity. Because it's a specialty item, you can't get one of these from U-Haul. I had to reserve it a few weeks ahead of time, and I got the last one I had. Or sorry, the last one they had. Luckily, I have the tow package on my truck, and it can handle 11,500 pounds. So by my initial calculations, if I had won all the items I wanted, it would have had to put me at just about 10,000 pounds. But since I didn't win everything, I came in around 8,000. I don't have it up here, but I also created a kind of representation of the trailer to make sure that every item I got would fit in the trailer as well. So here are the items I got. Got a scale, a Skeeball Lightning, and 23 pounds of arcade tokens. They're all the 0.900 tokens. I got got two Cruisin' Exotica cabs and a dark cabinet. I got a NeoGeo, a 4-slot Neo-Geo PCB with 4 games in it, and a Road Burners. I got a Target Terror, Area 51 Site 4, a Golden T 2020. I got a Sega Strike Fighter, and then I got 2 batches of marquees. So I'll go over these individual videos as I get them up and running and working on them. So that's about it for now. If you have any questions about this or my experiences or any of these items, like if you have questions, maybe you have one of these and want a picture of whatever I have. I don't even know if anything's original in here yet. Leave a message and I'll try to get back to you as quick as I can. Other than that, have a good one. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, see you on the next Midnight Ops.